Did you know that joy and freedom are the hardest emotions to create and sustain? Isn't that incredible? Our human minds are designed to seek the negative, to fall back on old patterns, and to shy away from things that are new or opportunities where we can feel good. And that's a safety mechanism. So in order to come through those experiences, in order to prioritize our happiness and our joy, the real key to that is to strengthen our nervous system, tone the vagus nerve, and to be in a place where we can welcome those new experiences. So join me and Vanessa for a powerful practice of Kundalini Yoga, and we'll do just that. We'll create power in your nervous system so that you can sustain desire, pleasure, joy, happiness, all of those experiences, all of those emotions, maybe for the first time, and maybe for much longer than you've ever experienced them before. Let's begin. From here, sitting up tall and straight, find your way into a tall seated position. This could be on a chair or the ground. And then press your palms together at the center of your chest. We're taking some time now to tune in with a mantra. The mantra is Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the teacher within. I call in my highest consciousness. The language tradition for this mantra is Gurmukhi, the sacred language of the Sikh faith. So, sitting up tall and straight, gently close your eyes, tall, straight spine. Take a deep inhale and draw the energy up towards the top of your head. And then exhale, relax all the way down. Inhale very deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale and let's tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Last one. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale very deeply. Take a moment and think to all the experiences in your life where you feel grateful. Hold that experience right now, knowing that you have sustained happiness and joy and freedom before. And now we're calling it forward again. Softly release your hands all the way down. And as you mentally prepare for the practice, here's what we're going to experience. A breathing technique, some warm-up exercises. Today's practice is all done standing, so you can grab some props for that, and then we'll follow with a meditation. Joining me today is Vanessa. Vanessa is a longtime practitioner of Kundalini Yoga, also a Kundalini Yoga teacher and a graduate of YogaVision's teacher training program. She's a world traveler and a social worker. I'm pleased to have her here with us today. So as you start, bring your hands together. This is the breathing practice. Imagine a ball of energy in your hands. Imagine a gold ball of energy in your hands. And now start to play with that energy with your breath. And so as you inhale, feel the ball of energy extending. And as you exhale, give a gentle contraction. So inhaling, expanding, exhaling, and contracting, and playing with that energy, knowing that you are a system of energetic bonds existing in time and space with a genetic history, with a soul history. And as you breathe and you play with this energy, know that you have the choice to make it your own, to shape it in any way that you need. And part of that is tapping into feeling good and knowing that life has purpose and meaning. So play around now. Have fun with that energetic exercise. Inhale as you extend and make this bigger, and then exhale and contract. Inhaling for your own pace and your own count. Maybe your eyes are closed. Maybe your eyes are a little bit open and you're watching what's happening in your hands. In 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Relax your hands down. Good. And keeping yourself in this cross-legged position, we'll begin our series of warm-up exercises. So from here, inhaling as you circle all the way forward and exhaling as you circle all the way to the back. This is called Sufi grinds. We're doing a relaxation and a stimulation of all your digestive organs, reproductive organs, opening up the hips, opening up the thigh area, making it much easier to move as your full body's engaged. Inhale very deeply, come to center, hold steady, hold still. And exhale powerfully. Go in the opposite direction, same exercise, opposite direction, allowing your body to move freely. Really lean into the movement to get the fullest benefit. And if your body is holding you back or resisting in a way, that's fine to respect that. In fact, it's important to notice where you're receiving messages of limitation and where you can lean in a little bit more. In my experience, it's really a matter of experimenting. So we may hold ourselves back because we're not quite sure what we can do. And so the key is, once you get warmed up a little bit, is to lean in a little bit more and to see where that takes you. Yoga is part art and part science. The science is the technology that has been passed on to us, and the art is what you bring as a practitioner. We're here for a few more seconds. Inhale very deeply, and slowly, gracefully make your way back into a tall, straight spine. Hold the breath here. And exhale. Good. We're going to come on to hands and knees now. If you feel that your knees are a little bit sensitive, you can do the next movement with a cushion underneath your knees or folding up the mat a couple of times so that you have a little bit more cushion. And also know that if you want to sit it out, that's totally fine too. There's no pressure to compete with what's happening on screen. We'll go into cat and cow to get the spine warmed up, placing your fingers firmly onto the mat, spread them wide apart, and then from here just check to make sure that they're right underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Inhale, look all the way up to the ceiling, drop the belly, bring the belly with you, and as you exhale, round the spine, look towards the knees. Inhale, drop the belly low, look all the way up to the ceiling. And then reverse the movement. Exhale, round the spine, look towards the knees. Keep yourself stable. Working all of the vertebrae in the spine, making sure the nervous system is engaged by first exercising the spine to make sure that it is flowing freely, that your movements are supple and flexible. Each of the warm-ups are about a minute long. And that's how long it takes for the body to introduce the change, to absorb the change, and then be ready to move on to the next. Yoga as a practice has always been an oral tradition, passed on from teacher to student, student to teacher, teacher to student. And as teachers, we learn lots from our students, how we move, what emotional places need to be explored. It's a give and take, and it's been happening for thousands and thousands of years. Isn't it amazing that we have something time-tested that is still so effective for our way and our day today? A few more seconds here. Inhale very deeply, come to center, hold your spine still. And exhale. Take an inhale here and just root yourself down into the ground. Feel your hands on the mat, feel your knees on the mat. Make any small adjustments you need. We're going to stay here for one more round of movements. From here, we're going to extend the right arm and left leg and then switch. So opposite arm and opposite leg, extending all the way out on your inhalation. Exhale, return everything back to center, and then do the same thing on the opposite side. Extend, opposite arm, opposite leg, and then bring it all back in. Here we're really working on the navel center, the place where subconscious and conscious mind combine. Here, the power of your presence. Here, the fire in your navel, your ability to motivate and move yourself forward. So we're tapping into all of that energy. If you find this a little bit destabilizing for your body, or you're not feeling enough strength to move everything out, remember that you can slide your feet and your toes across the ground, or simply just move your legs, or just move your arms. There's lots of ways to adapt the practice so that you can do what's best for you in this moment. Tomorrow might be different. Two more rounds on each side. Good. Strength, stretch and reach. Just like everything in life, stretch and reach so that you can make it there. Going a little bit outside of our comfort zone is important, and a mat is a very safe place to do that. Beautiful. We're done with this particular round of warm-ups. We're moving to the next one, and this is squatting postures. So from here, sitting back onto your heels in a semi-squat position. So pressing up in a way that's comfortable for you. We're going to hold here in a squat for a few seconds. This helps to create a downward energy spiral from your body. It helps to open the hips, open up where you might have been gripping or holding a little bit too tightly. Here is an opportunity to relax. From here now, we're making a smooth transition all the way up into standing, and then we'll start our squatting sequence. So from here, pressing all the way up into standing, so raising the buttocks all the way up, keeping the forehead lower to the ground. Good. Let yourself dangle here for a moment. Feel the back of your body stretching. And now to a count of 10, come all the way up to standing. 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Just give yourself a moment so that your body can readjust to being in a standing position now. Step your feet slightly apart so they're broader than shoulder width. So you have good stable base. Interlace your fingers and place this mudra on top of your head. Let's put some downward pressure on the spine. It gives a little bit of resistance as you're moving through squatting. Now remember, with squats, it's not a matter of how low you go, but rather that you find a place where you're challenging your own body's experience. So from here now, take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, come down as low as you feel comfortable, steady, and stable. Good. Inhaling as you come up, and exhaling as you go down. We're working on 26. If you want to go faster and put in a few more, that's fine. If you can go slower and you want to take a little bit more time with it, that's fine. Find the way that you can adapt to this practice in a way that makes you feel good. And as you do this, tune into your balance. Notice that your body is making really small adjustments so that you can stay centered and connected to the ground in this particular moving meditation. Just becoming aware. Good, and as soon as you finish your 26 rounds, come to standing. Keeping your hands on top of your head for just a moment, let everything resettle. Take a deep inhale and softly exhale. Bring your hands all the way down. Turn your palms to the center of the room and take a few breaths here. Remember that if you want to come back to an even heart rate, it's a quick inhale and long exhale. Breathing through the nose or the mouth through the exhalation is fine. Good. As you stand, notice your experience. Notice how your body, mind, and spirit are coming together. Assess yourself. Notice how these simple practices have been able to, in a very short amount of time, boost your mood, elevate your experience, and get you a little closer to feeling your best. And maybe you've done all of this on your own, but know that simultaneously, somewhere around the world, somebody else is practicing with you. In fact, we are all practicing together in this moment right now. So you're never alone, never really alone. We're moving on to the next part, which is to begin the Kriya. And this Kriya is all done standing. So this is the position that you're going to be in for most of the next 15 or 20 minutes or so. One way to make it really comfortable is to grab a chair so that you have something to balance with, and we will get started. In order to keep your balance, you can use a chair like Vanessa is doing now, and place your hands on that chair so that you have a steadying force. If you need it, you have it, and if you don't need it, you can simply let that go. From here, with your hands on the chair or relaxed by your sides, gently look up and lock your gaze to a point on the ceiling. So you want to create a little bit of a diagonal, so you're looking up and back, opening the front of your throat and breathing long and deep. Inhale and exhale in a steady way. Notice where you might be holding some tension and relax your shoulders. You can even introduce a mantra, inhaling the sound of Sat and exhaling the sound of Nam. Truth is my name. I love this little Kriya. It's short, it's compact. It is, by virtue of standing, having a direct connection to your nervous system, to your spine, to your vagus nerve, and all of these are important ways in a micro manner to adjust your nervous system. A few more seconds here. If you're a singer, this is really good because it clears the phlegm out of your throat and also clears your pharynx. Inhale very deeply right here. And exhale completely, bring your head back to center. Take a moment. And now for the next part, press your palms together. Press your palms together at the center of your chest. Direct your gaze forward with closed eyes. So your gaze is very direct, but it is forward facing. Breathe long and deep. This is a powerful way of balancing all the energies in the body, helps with circulation, focus, digestion, lots going on here. And I think that's where yoga offers, Kundalini Yoga in particular offers a little challenge to the kind of hustle and busyness of our everyday alternate lives. Here we're asking ourselves to stay still, to focus on simply one thing, the source of life, which is the breath. Nice work. Inhale very deeply, hold steady, and exhale completely. The next practice uses breath of fire. If you know breath of fire, you can start that right away. If you are pregnant or menstruating, please stay with long, deep breathing. There's no need to add breath of fire. And for those of you who are new or would like a refresher on how to do breath of fire, I'll offer that to you now. So the first step is to start by panting like a dog. Stick your tongue out, put your tongue out as far as you can and start to pant like a dog. You can feel here that your navel center is really moving, and it's a way of getting in and creating heat. Now, to take it to the next step, close your mouth and keep that breath work going. Good, so it's fast, it's rigorous, a little bit of a challenge here. Okay, so that's breath of fire. We'll be using that in the next two exercises. All right, thank you, Vanessa. From here, this is the next part of today's Kriya, is to tip your head all the way back. And now go back as far as you can. The chair might be helpful here because you might be feeling a little bit off balance, but that's okay. We are asking the body to come out of balance so that we can come back to balance. Extending your neck all the way up, stick your tongue out, begin panting like a dog, or go directly to breath of fire. This is a cleansing and detoxifying breath. We're purifying the mind as well as increasing our willpower. This is another good example of being comfortable with the uncomfortable, going past what we normally do in order to build capacity. Last few seconds, you're doing great. It's amazing how sometimes the simple stuff creates some challenge. In 3, 2, and 1, inhale very deeply. Hold the neck in place. As you exhale, come back to a tall, straight spine. Exhale completely. And take a moment, notice. We're taking the next step from this Kriya into the next part, which is to cast your gaze just about 5 feet in front of you, about 1.5 meters. And as you do that, lock your gaze on a point on the floor. And here, with your eyes wide open, try your best not to blink. Start your breath of fire. This is good for throwing off mental fatigue and for improving the memory. So we're really working the nervous system here. And you can see that this doesn't have to do a lot with meaning, but rather with movement, but rather the position of the spine. And each time we're moving the neck, we're also tapping into different areas of the spine, engaging different part of the vertebrae in order to keep the body straight. And of course, the feet and the leg muscles are engaged. So keep up with that breath. Breath of fire, again, to cleanse and detoxify, to warm up the system, to challenge your immune system. You're almost there. Beautiful. Inhale very deeply. You're doing great. And exhale completely. If you find yourself coughing or clearing your throat, know that that's totally normal. That's what we're going for. That lets us know that we've gotten something out of the body system. From here, we're now taking the opposite direction. So from here, tip your chin towards the chest and do your best to tuck your chin downwards. Close your eyes and begin breath of fire. So the breath of fire is an opportunity to really challenge your breath. This is what is driving your heart rate right now. And even though you are standing still, your body might be warming up. Your heart rate might be accelerating. If it's comfortable, keep up with it. If you find yourself becoming nervous or anxious, please come back to a long, deep breath and allow yourself the opportunity to experience all of this without breath of fire. With the neck dropped forward, we give an opportunity for consciousness, for Kundalini energy to rise from the base of the spine, to make its way through all the body systems, and to really become apparent. So we're working with Kundalini energy, we're always working with that energy, but here engaging directly. Inhale very deeply, and exhale completely. Tilt your head all the way back and focus all of your energy in between the eyebrows and slightly above. Here, focus on a long, deep breath and really emphasize the gaze through the third eye. Remember, we've raised the energy in the previous exercises, so now we really want to use it to raise awareness for ourselves. And while we're in this particular place in our practice, it's really important to note that there have been many studies done where the people who have a community, the people who have deep relationships, who have a strong social network, tend to be in better health, engage happiness on a more frequent basis, and see their dreams and their goals coming to life. And so as you do this, think about the times and the people that you can connect with. Know that you don't have to do it all alone. And the community is really the teacher. We are humans here not self-regulating, but rather co-regulating. Who we surround ourselves with is a vital part of our joy and our freedom. Surround yourself with people who love to laugh, who can take a joke, who are here for your upliftment, who can cheer you on, and want what's best for you. We're almost there. There's a little point between the eyes that we're stimulating right now. And all the muscles are consolidating here. These are the same muscles that move the eyes, the iris, and coordinates all of those muscles. Doing this on a regular basis helps to strengthen your eyesight. Your optic nerve is actually the closest nerve to the surface of your body. And so even if you isolate this particular exercise and do it on a regular, you'll have great benefits. Inhale very deeply and exhale completely. The last part of today's Kriya is really interesting. It helps to clear out the nasal cavities, and this area here is usually where we pick up colds and flus and viruses. So this is a really powerful technique, an ancient yogic technique, in order to keep this area free of germs and bacteria. So we're going to focus in now on Vanessa, who's going to demonstrate this. The first step is to bring all of your fingertips together in a temple shape above your face, and keep your thumbs separated. Now, place this over your face, almost like a mask. Press your thumbs into your nostrils, and inhale through an O-shaped mouth. Inhale as much as you can, puff out your cheeks. Make your cheeks really puffy and full, and then drop your chin towards your chest. Hold as long as you possibly can. Hold, hold, hold. And then when you can't hold any longer, bring yourself back up to a tall, straight neck. Release your thumbs and exhale through the nose. Good, and we begin again. We'll do 2 more rounds. Close off the nostrils, inhale through the mouth. Puff out your cheeks, and then drop your chin towards your chest. Hold here with your cheeks puffed out, your breath is held, and hold. When you can't hold any longer, bring your neck slowly, gently back up straight. Separate your thumbs from your nostril and exhale through the nose. Good. And then we're going to take 1 more round. So inhale through the mouth. Puff out your cheeks. Drop your chin towards the chest. Hold steady. Hold the breath as long as you can. When you can't hold the breath anymore, come back all the way up to a tall, straight spine. Separate your fingers from your nostrils and exhale through the nose. And release. Relax your hands all the way down. And from here, just take a moment. Take a moment. And know that you're surrounded by a community of people who are practicing the same thing right here and right now with you. And in the Kundalini Yoga teacher training program at YogaVision, community is the emphasis of what we do. There are chats to join, there are groups to practice with, and full dialogues and conversations about spirituality, the methodology, the cultural origins of Kundalini Yoga, where it comes from, how it's evolving. All of the big questions that you probably have and you likely have, we answer together. Because there is no one source. We are all the source of information and experience. The meditation to close off today's practice is called Blossoming into Your True Self. What a beautiful title, and wait till you see the experience itself. Bring the base of your palms together. So this part remains touching. And then gently touch all of your fingertips together, thumb tips included. Softly close your eyes. And as you inhale, move the fingertips away from each other like the blossoming of a rose. And as you exhale, bring all of those petals back together again. Inhale, I am infinity, I am the rose. Closing, I am infinity, I am the rose. Inhaling as you open, stretch out your fingers, I am infinity. I am the rose. Closing. I am infinity. I am the rose. Continue now the mantra, I am infinity, I am the rose, inhaling as you open the flower and exhaling as you close the flower. Blossoming into your true nature, blossoming into the possibility, engaging with community, taking the next steps into your life purpose. And maybe, just maybe, trusting the drumbeat of your heart and following your deepest desires. I am infinity. I am the rose. If part of this desire includes Kundalini Yoga teacher training, I am delighted to meet with you. Take a look at all the description box links. You'll find one there for Kundalini Yoga teacher training. Book a discovery call. Let's get to know each other. Let's find out if this program is the right one for you. And let's get you started. I am infinity. I am the rose. I am infinity. I am the rose. I am infinity. I am the rose. Last one. Last two. And last three. Bring your fingertips to touch as you finish off your last repetition. Press your palms together so they're flat. Touch your thumbs to the center of your chest. Sit with a tall, straight spine. We chant a long Sat short Nam 3 times together, closing off our practice with the mantra Sat Nam, truth is my name, the sacred language of Gurmukhi. Inhale very deeply. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Please ground yourself, bring your forehead and your palms to the ground, closing off the energy of today's practice. On behalf of Vanessa and all the crew here at YogaVision, thank you so much for joining in. If you like and appreciate these videos, please do your part. Share, like, subscribe. Let it do well in this world and beyond. Share on your socials. Join us on socials, YogaVision Online, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. And know that we are in community together. And as you grow, we all grow. Sat Nam, and until next time, my name is Salimah, yoga therapist. Lots of love. Bye for now.